to the online class of biology once again. So, dear children, we have started chapter 9 Heredity and Evolution in the previous video. And we have seen that what is heredity, what is variation, and why this variation comes in organisms, okay, due to sexual and asexual reproduction. And I have also told about the great scientist Gregor Johann Mendel, who is considered as the father of genetics, because the rules that he formulated, okay, are valuable till now. So he has worked in pea plants and he has noticed some of the patterns that is followed in the inheritance, and he formulated certain rules, okay, and these rules are still, it is, as I told, it is applicable to all the inheritance patterns, means wherever the characters are transferred from one generation to another generation, these laws are applicable to all that, okay. So I told already that he took different characters with contrasting traits. For example, if the shape of the seeds, if he has taken as a character, okay, he selected two plants which are producing round seeded and wrinkled seeded plants, okay, as parents. And when he took the tallness of the plant, he had taken two types of plants to study his character, that is tall plants and also short plants, okay. So tallness is having two different varieties. What are they? Tall plants are there and short plants are there, okay. And likewise flowers color, when he took two different types of plants, the plant which is producing white colored flowers and the plant which is taking violet colored flowers. Is it clear? So in this way he always took characters which are having contrasting traits. So before starting the monohybrid cross, okay, and dihybrid cross, or before I start you teaching the experiments done by him, let me introduce some terms that are that should be familiar to you, okay. So monohybrid cross, okay, what do you mean by monohybrid? So let me explain the monohybrid cross, okay. So what do you mean by monohybrid cross? See, a cross in which only one character, understood? Clearly you understand? A cross in which only one character is studied at a time, okay. One character, I gave examples of characters what he studied in pea plants, like what? Color of the flower, height of the plant, isn't it? Shape of the seed, shape of the pod means, see, you can see the this one, the mutton you are getting in market as a pod, and you have to open it and you have to take out the seeds, isn't it? So that is known as pod is a fruit, okay. So the color of the shape of the pod. So like this, these all are what? Different characters, okay. So monohybrid cross means if you take only one character, okay, at a time for the study, okay. So Mendel has done two different kinds of cross, like monohybrid, dihybrid, etc. So dihybrid means if two characters are taken at a time, understood? If two characters are studied at a time, and each of this character will have different traits also, okay. For example, color of the flower, if this is the character to be studied, then it will have two alternative traits. What are they? Violet and white. Is it clear? And then if he is taking the height of the plant, then it will have two different what traits? What are they? Tall and short. See, tall and short. So this will be the two different traits of the same character, understood? So if only one character is tall and he is whoever is, okay, studying, then it is a monohybrid cross. So that will have two alternative traits. What are they? Tall and short, isn't it? And if it is the color of the flower, then there will be two traits, two alternate traits. What are they? White and violet. Is it clear? Then shape of the seed, that is the character, then it will have two different alternative traits, what are they? The wrinkled and the round. Is it clear? That is, if only one character with two alternative traits is taken for the studies, then it is monohybrid cross. Okay, so do you know what is gene? What do you mean by a gene? Gene means you have studied that in nucleus DNA is there, isn't it? DNA are there inside the, are there in the nucleus, isn't it? In the, along with the proteins, it forms the chromosomes. Understood? So a small part of the DNA is called what? Gene, and which will be responsible for controlling one polypeptide chain or one protein. Okay, so a small part that of DNA that controls the character is called a gene. Understood? So there will be a number of genes, okay, in our each cell which control each character. Okay, color of the flower in case of pea plants, okay, or what, the height of the plant. All these characters, okay, are controlled by these genes. Okay. Now, alleles, genes can exist in two different forms. This different forms of the same gene is called what? Alleles. It is, allele means what then? Different forms of the same gene. Gene can exist in different forms. Okay, for example, the color of the flower can be controlled by a gene, but the color can be of different types, isn't it? They are what? White and violet. So this white and violet is there due to the presence of genes in different forms. Okay, so that different forms of the same gene is called what? Alleles. Okay, so in a particular person there will be two alleles. Why two alleles? Two alleles because in each person, I told you, there will be two sets of chromosome. One set comes from mother and the other set comes from father. So there will be two different alleles for each character. Okay, or genes exist as two alleles. This alleles in some persons it can be same. Okay, some individuals it can be same. It can be different also. Okay, so like this, alleles means what then? The different forms of the same genes. Okay, so among these genes, okay, one alleles, one allele will be dominant, okay, and the other will be recessive. I will tell you this. Before that, I will explain you what is homozygous and heterozygous. Okay, so you can see that I told there are two alleles for each character, okay, in an individual. As we are diploid, okay, diploid organism will have two alleles. Alleles are what? Alleles are different forms of the same gene. So I am giving one example here, that is tallness of the plant. Okay, it is controlled by two different alleles, capital T, okay, and small t. Okay, capital T and small t. But in a particular individual, okay, there will be two alleles. Okay, two alleles will be there in an individual. Okay, they can be capital T or small t. Okay, and capital T and small t. So capital T and small t are what? Different forms of the same gene. Which gene is here now? It is the gene which controls the tallness of the plant. Is it clear? And it exists in two different forms. So only capital T and small t are what? The what it is? The two different alleles of the same gene. These two are two alleles. Understood? Now, in an individual, I told there can be two alleles. Understood? There should be two alleles as we are diploid. Two sets of chromosomes are there now. So there will be two alleles. Okay, capital T, it can be, or small t, it can be, or capital T, small t. Is it clear? Now, the individuals in which same type of allele are there. Okay, for example, capital T, if an individual is having that, is homozygous. Homo means what? Same. Okay, homozygous condition. So small t is also homozygous. But you see in some individual, this two different alleles will be there. Okay, capital T and small t. This is known as heterozygous condition. Is clear? What is it? Heterozygous. Now, in heterozygous condition, you see capital T is controlling the character tallness, and small t is the allele which is responsible for the plant to be short. Now, if these two alleles are there, then which one will express? Both of this will express no. Okay, only one will get expressed. That allele which is able to express in heterozygous condition is called dominant allele. So, in this, which is the dominant allele? Capital T. What is the dominant character? Then the plant will become tall. Understood? If this is the condition, then the plant will be taller. Why? Because there is one dominant allele. Understood? And in small t is the allele which is controlling the character what shortness. The plant is short due to what? The small t. Okay, that is giving this character to the plant. But if this is the condition, then the plant can only become tall. Why? Because dominant allele is there, and in the presence of in this condition, the heterozygous condition, which allele is able to express is called the dominant allele, and which is getting suppressed, which is not able to express in the presence of the dominant allele in the heterozygous condition called what? Recessive allele. So, capital T here in this case is what? The dominant allele, and small t is the recessive allele. So, this case will come when the condition is T. Okay, so now I will explain one more thing, that is genotype and phenotype. So, genotype means genetic constitution. Okay, the genetic constitution of the organism is called what? Genotype. Okay, and the genetic setup or genetic what makeup is known as what? The genotype. And phenotype means the physical appearance, how they appear, is called what? External appearance is called what? Phenotype. So you see, I told you this the conditions: capital T, small t, and capital T, small t. All this will be the genes or allele constitution. Okay, allelic combination in their genome. Understood? And this genome is providing, or it produces certain external characters. So that external character is known as what? Phenotype. Is your phenotype is what? The external character. And this external character is produced due to the genetic constitution. Okay, that is called what? The genotype. Capital T, the phenotype will be what? Tall. Isn't it? The plant will be tall. And if the genotype is small t, then the plant will be short or dwarf. Okay, and if it is capital T, small t, what will be that? It will be also tall plant. Why? Dominant allele is there. So this much is the basic things that you have to understand. Okay, then I will teach you about monohybrid crows in the next class. Okay, so I hope all these terms are very clear. Okay, and F1 generation I will explain in the next class. Okay, when I teach you the monohybrid crows, I will explain you. Okay, hope this much is very clear. Please go through the textbook and try to understand all this. Okay, thank you.